Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be answering a very important question. Can I, as a free-to-play player, pull on every single banner that is the Aoharu cards, Christmas Oguri, and Valentine Bourbon? But before answering that question, first off, let's assume that we are going to skip every single banner, okay? How much carats we will end up with going into Valentine's Bourbon's release, and how much tickets that we will have, so that we could get the general idea of how much total carats that we will be able to have. Huge disclaimer: the archive levels, random carats through team trials and career, the download celebration events, randomly monthly giveaways are not calculated in the total amount of carats and the scout tickets that we will get, because these are not consistent. Another thing to keep in mind is that while talking about the specific subject, I would assume that you will complete it entirely, such as the story events, point rewards, and potentially the champions meeting. First off is going to be the story events, and the story events is very interesting because the summer event will give us 600 carats, but after that is going to be the Halloween event, which revamps the story events rewards, and instead of giving us 600 carats, we will get 1400, which is very good, and we will have 4 by Valentine's Bourbon's release, so in total we will have 6,200 carats, which is of course a decent amount. Next up is going to be the team trials. For the team trials, we are about 21 or 22 weeks away from Bourbon's release, so that would be around 7,875 carats, which is of course a really good number. The next one I'm going to subtract from the total, but I just want to quickly mention, it is going to be the clubs. This will happen 5 times because from September to February is going to be about 5 months period. So whatever you will get from the clubs is going to be added by 5 times. So for me, since my club is S rank and I try to be in the S rank every single month, it is going to be an extra 10,500 carats, which is of course a really big number for me, but I'm going to subtract this from the total because first off, we do not know the percentage increase in the clubs, and second off, it is not consistent for everybody. Then we have the daily logins and daily missions. These are very simple. Depending on how many days we are far from Valentine's Bourbon, we just add a multiplier next to it. But since we do not know exactly where Valentine Bourbon is gonna come out, my estimate is going to be around the 21st of February. So that means we are about 174 days away from Valentine Bourbon. So it is going to be an extra 11,025 from the daily missions. And for the daily logins, it's going to be an extra 3,150 carats. Next up is going to be the champions meeting. While yes, not everybody likes to do champions meeting, it is still very important in terms of carats. So assuming you get to the A finale every single time, I'm going to assume that the average reward that you will get is going to be the second place, because sometimes you can end up getting first, sometimes you end up getting third. So I'm going to average it to the second place, and considering that we have about 7 champions meeting up until Bourbon's release, that is going to be an extra 12,600 carats, which is of course really substantial. Then we got the Trekking Academy Special Trainers Road Missions. These will include an extra 300 carats and also an SSR debut card ticket, which could give you a character that you want. But we are here for the carats. Then we also got the exact same thing, but Road 2 instead. This will give us an extra 300 carats. Then we got the new Uma's stories. There is going to be a total of 13 unique Umas that will come out. It is going to be 13 times an 80, because if you read their stories, they will give you about an extra 80 carats. So that is an 1,040 carats right there. Then we got the Legends races. All of them are 3 Umas, and there is 5 of them. So it is going to be 15 multiplied by 250, so it is going to be 3,750, which is of course really awesome. Then we got the main story chapter 4 release celebration missions, which is a bonus 150 carats. Then we got the half year anniversary celebration missions. It is going to be part 1, part 2, and part 3. Those are going to give you a total of 1,500 carats. Then we got the G1 celebration missions. It is going to be about 12 of them. So it is going to be an extra 1,800 carats. And the 0.5 year anniversary login bonus, it is going to be an extra 4,200 carats. Really awesome. Then we have the Fuji Miracles Showtime. This is going to give us an extra 1,500 carats. The Trainer Proficiency Exam, an extra 450 carats. The Aoharu Scenario Rank Missions, it is going to be an extra 300. Then these ones are situational. Complete a career with a rank SS or higher once. This will give us an extra 300. Same for the rank S. I know for a fact that rank S is possible, but it is very well deck. Then potentially if you have finished this or not, complete a career with rank S or higher. Most people, myself included, did not yet get to rank S. So rank S, S plus, and SS is on the table, and we could get an extra 900 carats. And that is it. However, you could be asking yourself, what is the total? Keep in mind that the archive level, the random carats through team trials and career, the download celebration events, the random monthly giveaways are not calculated. And I'm going to exclude the clubs. So excluding all of that, your expected number is going to be around 61 and 370 carats. While yes, this number seems small because there is only 2 banners to be able to pity, keep in mind that I'm not featuring the clubs in this at all, and there is going to be a lot extra carats that you will get through the archive level, the random carats through team trials and career, the download celebration, and the random monthly giveaways. So the actual number that you are expecting to have, on my opinion, this is gonna be a rough estimate, okay, is about 83,000-ish carats, which is of course a really much higher number. And the thing is that I did not talk about the trainee scout tickets and the support card scout tickets. So let's go over these really quickly. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the trainee scout tickets first before going into the support card scout tickets. As for the trainee scout tickets, we have 5 months up until Bourbon's release. So the number that you are expected to have is going to be maximum of 30 from the Carat exchange. But of course, not everybody got the rainbow ones. So that means that you would use the gold and silver for the trainee scout tickets. So you could either have from 20 to 30 from there. Then we got the 5 story event chapters. So it is going to give us 10 trainee scout tickets because every story event is giving you 2, and considering that is 5, it is going to be 10. Then we got 7 champions meeting finales. I'm going to assume that you are in the group A finale, since in reality, from what I've experienced, just doing your 3 ace runs and just getting decent rolls will just lead you to the finale anyways for group A. For group A, I'm also going to assume that you are gonna average second, not first, not third. I'm going to average that you are second, because sometimes you will win a champions meeting, sometimes you're gonna lose, sometimes you get in the middle. So I'm going to assume second. You are going to have 28 trainee scout tickets, which is of course a really decent number. Then we got the trainer proficiency exam. This is going to give you an extra 3 trainer scout tickets, which is of course really nice. Then we got the 0.5 year anniversary. That is going to give you 3 trainee scout tickets also. And then we got the Aoharu scenario raiding missions. That will give you an extra 1 ticket for the trainee scout tickets, which is of course really awesome. So for the total, you are expected to have, if you use the monthly Carat exchange completely, you are going to have 75 or around that number. If you only use the silver and gold, you will only have about 65 trainee scout tickets. Next up is going to be the support card scout ticket, and it is going to be way different and a lot less saved for compared to the trainee scout ticket. The reason is that the Aoharu scenario cards are going to come out much earlier than Valentine MIHONO Bourbon, so you would have a lot less support card scout tickets saved up compared to the trainee scout tickets. But anyways, let's talk about how much that you will have. On average, if you are going to spend the gold and silver from the Carat exchange, you will have 8. If you have rainbows, you could use them and you will have up to 12, but I'm going to assume that you will have 8. Then you got 4 from the story, because there is going to be 2 extra story events. That means that you will get 4. Then, if you average second on the champions meeting, you are going to have 12 extra from champions meeting. Then 1 from the Aoharu scenario card rank missions. So you would only have 25 support cards scout tickets compared to the trainee scout tickets where you had like an extra 40. So the most important thing is that you should save those tickets specifically for the Aoharu scenario card banner. The reason is that you will end up saving yourself a lot of extra carats. Now that we got the total amount of carats and support cards already saved up, how do we achieve what we want, which is the MIHONO Bourbon, Christmas Oguri, and the Aoharu cards? First thing first, we want to know how much tickets we actually have. For example, let's say we saved all the tickets for MIHONO Bourbon. We would have about 65 to 75 tickets. Let's say we have a budget of only 80,000 carats in total for the 3 banners. Then we do the following. We going to add 70 tickets. This is what I'm going to average it by, multiplied by 150, allowing you to pull for an extra 10,500 carats in terms of substitute. So the pity on Bourbon will suddenly go from 30,000 all the way down to 19,500 carats. So let's subtract that 80,000 and put on the 19,500 carats so that we get the remainder of the total carats that we have, which is 60,500 carats. Christmas Oguri will take 30,000 total carats because we are not going to spend any trainee scout tickets on her. So the left is going to be 30,500 carats. Aoharu card will take either the flat 300,000, or if you have the 25 scout tickets for the support cards, it will be 26,250. And as you can see, we just have enough for the Aoharu cards, Christmas Oguri, and also Valentine MIHONO Bourbon. But some players could say, but oh, where exactly do we get most of these carats? Well, to answer this question, you would get most of these mentioned carats outside of the Champions Meeting one around the 0.5 year anniversary, which is where Aoharu cards come out. So you don't need to feel worried that you would not have enough carats to pull for the Aoharu cards. The biggest issue is going to be Summer Marazinski. If you do not have about 18,000 carats right now, you are most likely not reaching the petty and would have to gamble on her. Keep in mind that the average amount of pulls you would need to get a copy of an UMA or a support card that is SSR that has the rates of 0.75 is going to be 134 pulls, which is about 20,100 carats. But personally, for me, play it safe and only pull when you got 30 carats saved up for the worst case. If you love to gamble, then go without having enough carats to pity. I'm not stopping you. Which is, of course, nothing new with players that likely to use late surgeon maids. I'm sorry. But anyways, you could get extremely lucky and get Christmas Oguri on the first 10 or the last 10. It's a gacha game after all. Anyways, if you found this video to be helpful, and if you are a free-to-play player worried about the future of free-to-play, then thankfully, we are saved because of the daily changes that they made. And that is essentially it. If you found this video to be helpful, consider subscribing. It will help with the channel growth, and I hope to see you in the next one.